I was about 16 when it happened. Honestly, if I was alone, I probably wouldn't believe it myself. It was one of those crazy nights, you know, the kinds where you and a few friends go out for a bit of nighttime exploration. This time it was to get something to eat. It was about 2 a.m., and our first stop on the journey was Chadwell Heath McDonald's. We travelled down the main road from my friend's house, and we arrived there to find McDonald's closed. Being the tenacious teens we were, we decided we should try going to the next one. We decided to travel down the road and head to Romford, where there was McDonald's close to a large group of nightclubs. While in Romford, we encountered a few friends who were out clubbing, which was fairly normal, especially considering it was a Friday night. But in the end, after walking down Romford High Street, we found ourselves at yet another closed McDonald's. We were beginning to lose hope, so in the end we decided to try one last McDonald's, which was a little closer to Ilford, which from where we were was about 5 miles or so. So as we began to journey through, we ended up passing through an industrial estate, which where we live are fairly common. Creepy enough on any night, especially with all the local gangs, hoodies, and all the rest roaming the streets to give good people a bad time. This night, we were walking towards our goal, and that was when we saw the person. This weird person in the distance. As we continued to walk, my friend Connor made a comment. He said, "Hey, look over there, there's a drunk guy up ahead. You can see him swaying around." I looked again and started to notice they were walking towards us. At this point, I was beginning to freak out. After all, this person was either shit-faced, or worse, a nutjob. As they began to speed up in progress, me and the guys looked at each other unsure. I'm a rational person, but this was getting to me. So at this point I said to everyone carefully to back up and see if we can make the last turning we passed, hopefully without drawing too much attention from this person. As we backed away, I began to notice features of this person. For starters, they were wearing white, and I certainly couldn't see their hands. This was ringing alarm bells in my head, especially considering the fact that I knew the area very well, and nearby enough was Good Maze Hospital, which was specialised for mental health. I told the guys what I thought, and suddenly fear shot across their faces. They, like me, knew we were in some serious shit if I was right. At this point, my heart was pounding. It was close to pumping out my chest. That was when Connor spoke up again. "Dude, if this guy's a loony, shouldn't we be making ourselves move faster?" I then explained that if that's the case, if we run, then he might see us as a threat, and believe me, as someone who's met the mentally ill before, you do not want to come across as a threat. To this, he quickly replied in a whispered shout, "Then what the fuck do you suggest we do?" I at this point could distinguish a more noteworthy feature of the figure. A knife. A big one at that. He must have been hiding it in his shadow. After seeing that I said, "Fuck this, let's just move fast. Don't trip. It could cost you a whole lot more than scraping me today." At this point, we all burst into a sprint, and sure enough the creepy guy gave chase. I suggest we split, seeing as he'll only follow one, so the fastest runner should slow down so that he'll give the chase to them. Unfortunately for me, I drew the short straw. We came to an intersection and I slowed enough to make myself look like an easier target. I told the guys to meet at the Ilford McDonald's, which at this point made sense considering it was the closest area we could all meet at once. I lost them easily enough, and sure enough they were there. They'd already ordered food, which I know seems like a screwed sense of priority, but you know, we'd already been through everything to get this. Do you really blame us? I wish I could say after this it was over, but that just wasn't my luck. Though surprisingly, we made it almost all the way back to Connor's place, when lo and behold there he is, on the opposite side of the road. I was done with this shit. I said we should make a run for his house, so we did. I don't think he spotted us, He was facing the other way, and we got inside and locked the door. We looked out the window at this point, and the guy walked right past us on the opposite side of the road. We stayed, eyed glues on this guy. It was at this point I saw everything. He had a straitjacket on, untied, which explains why I couldn't see his hands before. But the knife I saw him holding was something else entirely. It was unique, with like an engraving on the blade. I couldn't tell you now what exactly it was, but it looked damn sharp. After a while of watching, he took the blade to his hand. I'm unsure why, but that's what he did. And then he made a circle around himself with his blood. I just passed it off as a crazy black guy being crazy. I don't know what the blood ritual was, but afterwards he looked straight in my direction. I was sure he didn't see me, but damn. Well, he knew what house to look at. I told the guys to get away from the window, and sure as the sun comes up, he comes walking towards the house. We all moved to the kitchen when we heard someone knocking on the front door. Then the letterbox opened. I heard his voice. "Hello. Is anybody home?" I still hear that voice when I'm alone in the dark. I can't forget it. I don't think I even intend to go looking for McDonald's after dark again. I'm now 22 and I still can't believe my luck on that matter. I can't believe that I got away that lucky, when I could easily be a bloody mess of what he left behind. I still can't trust someone with mental health issues, and truth be told, I don't care if people think I'm prejudiced or insensitive, because I know that if they were there, they wouldn't be any different.